What if World War III started today? It is 6 a.m. Your phone buzzes. Every news app, every notification, every channel. The headline reads, World War III has begun. Not a drill, not a movie, not a simulation. This is real. But how did we get here? Who is fighting? Who wins? Who loses everything? In the next 5 minutes, we're going to walk through exactly what World War III would look like starting today. Part 1. How it starts. World War III does not start with a nuclear bomb. It starts with something smaller, a conflict in Taiwan. China has been claiming Taiwan as its own territory for decades. Today, Chinese warships surround the island. Taiwan calls for help. America responds. The 7th Fleet moves into the South China Sea. Russia watches and makes its move in Eastern Europe, pushing further into NATO territory. North Korea sees the chaos, launches missiles towards South Korea and Japan. Iran uses the distraction, strikes American bases across the Middle East. Within 72 hours, every major power is involved. This is not one war. This is 5 wars happening simultaneously, all connected, all feeding each other. The spark was Taiwan, but the fire was already everywhere. The world was not surprised. It was ready. Both sides had been preparing for decades. Part 2. The key players. Let us talk about the most important players, because World War III is not just soldiers and missiles. It is economies, alliances, and decisions made in rooms most people never see. America leads NATO. 31 countries bound by one promise: attack one, attack all. The American military is the largest and most advanced in the world, but America is also deeply divided at home, a country fighting abroad while fighting itself inside. China is the real wild card, the second largest economy, the largest army by numbers. President Xi Jinping has publicly stated Taiwan will reunite with China, one way or another. Russia, under Putin, has already shown it will use force. Ukraine was a test. The world watched, and Russia learned what the world would and would not do. India stays neutral for now. 1 billion people, nuclear armed, watching carefully from the middle.
Part 3. What happens to ordinary people? But forget the generals for a moment. What actually happens to ordinary people? In Europe, cities go dark. Energy supplies cut off as Russia closes the gas pipelines completely. Germany, France, Poland, winter without heat. Governments begin rationing. Queues outside supermarkets stretch around the block. In Asia, shipping lanes close. 90% of the world's goods travel by sea. When the South China Sea becomes a war zone, global supply chains collapse overnight. Your phone, your medicine, your food, all of it depends on those shipping lanes. In America, gas prices triple in 1 week. The draft, military conscription, is discussed in Congress for the first time since Vietnam. In the Middle East, oil production halts. The global economy enters freefall, and everywhere, social media becomes a war zone of its own. Misinformation, propaganda, panic spreading faster than any missile. Part 4. The nuclear question. And then comes the question nobody wants to ask. What about nuclear weapons? Today, there are approximately 12,500 nuclear warheads in the world. Russia has the most, America second, then China, France, UK, Pakistan, India, Israel, and North Korea. The doctrine of mutually assured destruction, MAD, has kept nuclear weapons unused since 1945. The idea is simple. If you fire, I fire. Everyone dies. So nobody fires. But MAD only works if both sides believe the other will actually pull the trigger. What if one leader decides the other is bluffing? Military strategists call this the escalation ladder. Conventional war, then tactical nuclear weapons, small, battlefield scale, then strategic nuclear weapons, city-destroying scale. Each step up the ladder is a decision made by one person with one code, ending everything. The world has been one misunderstanding away from this moment before. In 1983, Soviet officers Stanislav Petrov received a nuclear alert. He decided it was a false alarm. He was right. We are all alive because of one man's judgment call. Part 5. Who wins? Who loses? So who wins World War III? Nobody. Even the country that fires last inherits a world with collapsed economies, broken supply chains, radiation zones, and a generation defined by trauma. Military historians and strategists agree there is no winning scenario for a world war involving nuclear powers, but there are degrees of surviving. Countries with food independence, countries with energy independence, countries far from the main conflict zones, Argentina, Australia, New Zealand, parts of South America and Africa. The irony of World War III, the winners are the countries everyone forgot about. The great powers destroy each other,
and the world reshuffles. World War III has not started, not today, but the conditions that would create it, they exist right now. Taiwan, Ukraine, North Korea, Iran. These are not hypotheticals. These are today's headlines. The difference between history and catastrophe is often just one decision, one miscalculation, one moment where someone chooses escalation over diplomacy. We have been here before, and we found our way back. The question is not whether humanity is capable of World War III. We clearly are. The question is whether we are capable of choosing not to. That answer is not decided by presidents or generals. It is decided by all of us. Stay informed, stay engaged. The world belongs to people who pay attention.